Now that we've understood what check and checkmate means in chess, let us look at a few checkmates in practical games. Let's understand how checkmates can happen in actual games. So this is the first position. Here it is white to move, and we have to find a way to checkmate the black king. So you have to look for ways to give a check, and one of those checks will be checkmate. So how can we attack this king with our pieces in a way that he is not able to get out of the check? So let's look at our main piece. We have the queen, right? Our most powerful piece. If you move the queen to which square, will it be a check? This would be a check. If you capture the pawn, it would be a check. But he can block the check. He can also capture our queen. So that wouldn't be checkmate. He can even block with the knight. So that wouldn't be checkmate. How else? If you move here, are we attacking the king? Yes, king is in danger, but then he can just take our queen with the knight or with the bishop. What about other checks? This one. How about that? If you move the queen to d8, is the king in check? Yeah, queen goes everywhere, like straight and diagonal. So the king would be in check from the queen. When you go right next to the king with the queen, it's definitely a check. Now, can the king move anywhere? No. Can the king capture our queen? There is a bishop supporting our queen. So if you move the queen to d8, the king cannot take it, and the king cannot move anywhere. So that means it is checkmate. Here, because we have support of the bishop, it is checkmate. If the bishop is not there, this would be a bad move, and king would just take our queen. But here there is support, so it is checkmate. Let's look at another position. White to play and win. Checkmate in one move. Can you find a checkmate here? Again, you have the queen. So where can we move our queen? Remember what we did in the last question. We gave support to the queen and we went right next to him. We can do the same thing here. Queen e7. We have support of the rook, so king can't take it. So it is checkmate. Here, white to play checkmate in one move. Again, you can see black king is over here. Where are your pieces? There's a bishop, knight, knight, and there's a queen. These pieces are not in the game. They're far away from the opponent king. But our queen is active. So where can we move the queen and give a check? And a check in such a way that he should not be able to escape. For example, if you go here, it's check. But can he move anywhere safe? Can he block? He can move here. That is safe for him. That is not checkmate. What if you go here? Same problem. If you go right next to him, he will take it. We don't have support. But if you go to a particular square, it will be checkmate. Which square is that? The e8 square. If you move to e8, the king can't move to d7. Queen is there, and the king has nowhere else to go. So it is checkmate, right? White to play. Can you find the checkmate? We have a queen again. We've got a bishop. So where can we move? We go right over here. We have support of the bishop, so king can't take it. So it is checkmate. How about this position? Do you see anything similar? It's black to play this time. See where your pieces are. See where the white king is. How can we give a check with our pieces? We can move our queen diagonally across over here, and we have support of the bishop, so king can't touch it. That is checkmate. This position, can you find a checkmate? Think about various ways to attack the king, various ways to give a check. We do have a queen. We also have a rook. We have a knight over there. And we have a knight over here. So which of these pieces can give a check? First, think of the queen. Is there a way to give a check with the queen? We can go here, but then there is no support, so king can take it. Next powerful piece, the rook. Where can we move to give a check? Here. When we move the rook over there, can he move the king anywhere? He can't come here. Our queen is covering that. So this would still be check. So when we move the rook to e8, the king has nowhere to go. So it is checkmate. Now you're getting the hang of things, right? You can spot checkmates yourself. So let me give you a few more questions. Black to play checkmate in one move. This one is a little bit difficult. First, see where the white king is and see which all pieces are active for you. You have a queen, knight, bishop. How do we give a check? If you move the bishop there, that's not attacking the king. Bishop does not go straight. So king is not in danger. That's not a check. So here bishop can't give a check. The queen. If you go here, it is check, but king will just take it. Not checkmate. So the knight. Where shall we move the knight? Over here to g3. When you move the knight to g3, The king can't go here. Bishop is there. And there is nowhere else to go. But what about the pawn? Can the pawn capture our knight? No, because if the pawn captures the knight, king would still be in check from the queen. So we say the pawn is pinned to the king by the queen. The pawn can't move anywhere. He can't take your knight. So there is no way for him to remove the check. So it is checkmate. How about this position? White to play checkmate in one. This one you can find yourself without any clues. Let's see. Have you found it? It's all in patterns, right? You can see here there's a queen. And where can we go right next to him with support? We have a bishop supporting it. So we can move the queen right to f7. So queen f7, checkmate. Let's do one last position. Black to play checkmate in one. Can you find the move? Again, the queen. We can move the queen right over here. And why can't the king capture the queen? Because there is support of the pawn. So if king comes here, it's still in check, and the king can't go anywhere. So it is checkmate. So checkmate can happen in various ways with different pieces, mostly with the queen, and sometimes with other pieces as well. So not always with the queen. And it can happen in different positions. Even if you have less pieces, you might still be able to give checkmate to the other person. So when we play more games, we'll understand where and how checkmate can be given. It can happen anywhere. If our pieces are active, we can look for checkmates. And at the beginning, we would just capture everything and then try to give checkmate. Sometimes, even in the middle of a game, you can spot a checkmate in one and do that. So this is how checkmate happens in a real game. It happens with different pieces in different positions. In all the positions, checkmate happens when the king can't go anywhere and he is in check. So I hope you understood how we can give checkmate to the other person in good position.